Let's try to do a bit of crafting. Let's go check back in with Evelyn.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, shit. Her daughter's bow.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again.
Oh, hell. Yeah, definitely equip that. So much better than the crossbow.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Join the stud club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes. Let's see.
Oh, I know it's here somewhere. I wouldn't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood.
I've got my eyes on the prize.
Oh.
You there! Cut it out!
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
That doesn't belong to us, you know.
We're source hunters. We should be able to access any of the resources we need or want while we're on the
Well
job.
put. Hunting out source is no easy job, and we need all the help we can get our sticky fingers on. Thank you. Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healing stone, I have no idea what to make of it.
About your little healing
That
stone.
strange reaction you caused. Blue lightning from a healing stone. I've never seen anything like it. And the stone looks different now, too. Like it's devoid of life. I begin to wonder if its magical properties survived your little reaction.
Can I have it? You don't have it. Okay.
Oh, I know it's
I'll
here
take my
somewhere.
leave.
I wouldn't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood.
Doctor's skill book. And a key. We'll take the key.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Can't have gotten far.
And then we'll leave before we get caught in there. Bear Daughter's the only one that has that, I think, because it is a expert marksman. There we go. So now that she has that, well, then she can do that and move. Doctor to there. Cures weak, blind, mute, and infected. Grants one body building 2 times. Senditress, Senditress, Senditress. Back there.
this
Identify.
particular batch of party elixir with
I think I need a magnifying glass. I don't think we have one yet. Fun fluids. Let's read.
You there! Cut it out!
She realized soon enough
Wow,
that a little
can't even read. Okay.
make her worthy of such grave responsibilities.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
Let's discuss the patients Evelyn was attending
The
to.
world belongs to the young, they say, and Boris will live to take his piece. Thank you for your help in this matter.
Let's discuss your apprentice Evelyn.
Well, she's certainly... I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time
so
comes.
he's just repeating himself. Why would you have a torture rack in a doctor's? Let's see if this enchanter has a magnifying glass.
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the
does.
potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapors?
I don't have much, so I don't need the stones. Another rest. Let's first buy one magnifying glass. Then we'll buy another one of those. Never, ever have enough.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Ooh. I don't think she has skill for that though. I don't think we even have Lore Master. Yeah. That girl. She has two though. So we can send
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
send Bear Daughter. Send Bear Daughter.
Dove, snake, wing of worm, brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn.
Bear Daughter. Identify. +1 perception and +1 Lore Master. Curing. So since she already has the Lore Master, we'll give her that. Plus she's ranged, so perception would be a good thing to have. 2438. So, what? 16 plus XP, 10% chance to set slow. That's 6 attack. This is only at 5. So, this makes us slower, but we're gonna be in the back anyway with her. So, put that. It also does earth damage. Alright. So let's go check out the crime scene.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please.
Why
You
do we
are
keep
the
getting
source
stopped
hunter,
by
are you
people?
not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
And you are?
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them.
You're not worried about the undead out and about?
They call the undead a problem, my friend, but those who know the ways of the Fabulous Five see no problems. They see opportunities. An enterprising spirit can wrench riches from cold dead rocks, or from cold dead full stop.
About that opportunity you mentioned?
Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
I mean, of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here, you and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path, the rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap goblin.
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
And I can't say that I have. I'm content with what I have.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter is divisive, it is divisive mainly because it is alluring. And riches are so very alluring. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
There is no shame in following directives if your masters are worthy of your trust.
You'll always stay menial with that attitude. Just what those trusted masters want.
You disagree with one another. But that proves you are firm-willed, that you have the minds of independence, not dependence. Admit, life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream, enact the change you deserve. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it.
I'll take my leave. I'm not interested in your invitation.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more
Back,
swollen.
demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles?
Who did you say you were? I don't recognize you from the academy.
You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side.
I hadn't heard of any Source Hunter being assigned to Cecile. What are you doing here?
Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Cecile. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup.
I'm sure you've met your match once or twice.
Orcs attacked your village. How did you manage to escape?
By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Cecile hinterlands.
What's your next plan of attack?
Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now, but perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Cecile for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
What evidence of Source and Cecile have you found thus far?
More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod to topple a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thalron for another. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow.
Tell me about Mayor Cecil.
Now don't get me wrong. I think the mayor's a decent sort, even if he can't hear farther than the tip of his own nose. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed up in something not quite on this side of the law. I suspect an illegal source artifact or substance is at the root of it, but exactly what or who's given it to him, I can't say. And since I haven't technically been assigned to Cecile, I don't have the authority to interrogate him.
Tell me about Thalron.
Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics. A loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions, well past midnight each time. What business could he have among the undead?
True.
Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say.
Tell me about the feline menace.
You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural.
Do I seem like the sort of...
So that's your proposition. You help us in Cecile, and we help you take back your home village thereafter.
Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now. And the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters.
A fantastic plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all the pent against this fair
Getting
land.
ourselves caught up in an entangling alliance will hinder more than help us.
By the demon's tomb, I never thought I'd live to see a sauce hunter dismiss an eager comrade. That's what they teach you about loyalty at Academy West, is it? Well, you're lucky we Northies have a certain expression. Better to do right the second time than never at all. So if you change your mind about joining forces, I'll be happy to hear it, comrade.
Why are you always against me?
I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind about venturing forth, shield to shield, against the Sauce Menace? Well, you know the old expression.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Medora.
So wishy-washy.
That's the
Look at your
spirit.
mind.
Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in a 100-mile radius shaking in his wee boots.
Welcome to the team, Medora.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your
On the mend!
I don't like the look of this guy.
Greetings, traveler, and may the immaculate conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard the revelation?
What revelation do you mean exactly?
You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift, and the gift is thus.
That's what they called the lady at the beach. Conduit.
By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye.
Tell me more about this conduit.
She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in service of the goddess.
What do you mean by the one way?
For this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silverglen, where all may be revealed. There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy, her one way.
I'll take my leave.
Go on the path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
Well,
He says he's an immaculate. But I thought they'd been banished after the death of the Source King.
Immaculate. Haven't heard of their kind, but I don't like the sound of them.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't received Captain Aureus' explicit approval.
I have spoken to Captain Aureus. He said I could enter. Let me inside,
Not
please.
exactly the friendliest bloke, the Captain, is he?
No.
Well, Your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
Oh boy, sounds as good as Disneyland.
Source was in play here, all right. That doesn't solve the mystery.
I think it would be wise to inspect the Councillor's corpse and see what clues we can find.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
I suppose your example has inspired me to reach heights I've never before envisioned.
That inspiration hardly flows one way, my friend.
Okay, we gotta level up. Let's quickly do this. Let's put a mark in charisma. Talents. 2 extra ability points. We'll save those. We'll save that for now because we don't know what we want exactly. We'll get Bully because we can knock down. He's going to be right next to them anyway, so that's good for me. So, confirm changes. Switch over to her. Let's get that. Sorcerer. Being able to do that sounds pretty good. Skills. Let's put some into witchcraft. And then confirm our changes. So they need a few. They need a little bit to actually level up. That was weird. Alright. So let's go find out about his body.
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Ah, yes. Yes, of course. Yes.
Carry your own stuff, bear daughter. Adora. 45. What type? What is this building?
While I sit here stagnantly and watch it all go by.
Free gold. Why not? Okay, so here's the morgue. So if we want to see his body, it's probably the place to do it.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death?
So he knows about the statues.
Sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all doesn't make much of an impression on an undertaker. Especially not these days, with so many laid low by the orcs and such like. I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can finally get a little peace. What
About
about
Jake's
it?
body.
Didn't I just say we gave it a respectable send-off? Why are you giving me the third degree? Now, if you don't mind, I'm trying to run a business here.
Why are you so defensive?
The death man is nervous as a squirrel. I'm certain he's hiding something.
She said it, not me.
Let's go to the cemetery. I don't want to do this. It's disrespectful, but, well, kind of have to. But it's our job to investigate. We haven't seen the body.
Rest in peace, darling.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
So many dead civilians. It's an honor to visit the fallen.
But theirs
Good
is
thing we
not a
just got
sad
Pep out.
fate, I think. To join the grass? To become food for the trees and flowers? What could be more peaceful?
Rotten lamb chops.
Rest in peace, darling.
Hey, wow. I was wondering where that awesome sweaty boot smell was coming from. And here you are. Wow, this is great. I'm Murphy, Jake's dog. Wow, you smell great. Have you been rolling around on dead things all day? That's my favorite hobby too.
Tell me about yourself, boy.
You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being awesome. And I'd give him this look like, you smell great. And he'd give me this look like, you do too, Murphy. And he was my best friend.
Aww.
I came here so I could smell Jake again. He smelled great. But whatever's buried there doesn't smell like Jake at all. No, it's definitely not Jake. He was awesome.
Interesting. That's your master's death,
If I ever
boy.
find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake who ever jaked, I'll bark so much. Seriously, so much. You have no idea.
I've got to go now, boy.
Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Sisio pie in the afterlife? Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
Where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake?
Well, we got to see the body.
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse.
Where are you?
It seems someone snatched
here,
Jake's
Jake?
body.
Jake?
Rest in peace, darling.
That shovel has proven worth its weight, it seems.
Indeed, and who knows what manner of riches will unearth together with this tried and true treasure digger.
Enough to finish this mission with a long vacation in the tropics, gazing side by side at a burgundy horizon if we're lucky.
May the seven keep you.
Jake? Where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake? Wow, that dead sheep smells pretty great. I mean, wow. But it's nothing compared to Jake. Seems like some mutt is marking my territory.
This isn't your master, boy.
Someone stole Jake? Jake stole my ball once, but then he threw it far, and I went and I got it. And Jake was awesome. Listen, if you go around town and find someone who you think might have done it, bring me a really stinky something of theirs. and I'll see if I can smell Jake on it. An awesome smell. I couldn't mistake it.
Okay. Well, come with us. You can help us sniff out the guilty party.
Join you? No way. I mean, you smell pretty great. Even better than the dumpster behind the butcher's house. But the town is full of scary stuff like body snatchers and bathtubs.
Not the bathtubs.
Without my best friend, the most awesome Jake ever, here to protect me, I'd rather stay far away. Just bring those smelly items to me here.
Do you think you could smell whoever killed Jake?
Esmeralda? Ugh, terrible smell. Like flowers and soap. Not awesome. Ugh, hated her. Aureus is kind of awesome. Evelyn, too. They both have a sweaty, dead thingy smell. Cecil, he's all right, I guess. Mostly, he smells like old books, which is neither awesome nor non-awesome. Bring me anything of theirs, and I'll be able to tell you if I can sniff out Jake's smell on them. Jake has the best smell. I'd know it anywhere. Did you find something for me to stick my nose into?
Gotta go now, boy. Alright, so I take these off and then talk to him.
Wow, that dead sheep smells pretty great. I mean,
Do you think we
Esmeralda,
smell whoever did this?
Jake has the best smell. I'd know it anywhere. Did you find something for me to stick my nose into? If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome to join you. Without my best friend, the most awesome.
I mean, I got them right there. They're in Esmeralda's house. Alright. Alright. That's gonna do it for this episode. I'll catch you all guys next time.